So today we're talking cleaning up your high key images in less than 10 seconds. So what we've got in front of us is quite common, high key kind of dancer shoot, or it could be a family, child, whatever it would be. We've got good illumination for the high key photography, but perhaps the floor is a little bit mucky, or even the background. So we're just going to kind of give two examples here, and I'm going to get straight into the 10-second fix for you, all right? So the first things first, obviously I'd usually be working from a processed JPEG file or a TIFF file and so on with it, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to bring these straight in from the raw, and what we can see here is basically, if we look down in the bottom corner, there is a mucky background going on in here, as well as some kind of edging going around the skin. And obviously this image is a completely different image. This is where we've specifically told the left hand and right hand fired not to fire, but it is a fix as well with it. The main thing, we're going to concentrate on this image. That's probably where most of the problems go on. Let's just select both of these images and open them up. Obviously, the first thing that we would do is make sure that we've done the basic corrections to the raw file, even increasing the whites and so on there. But really what we're looking at here is the kind of the technical quick fixes that we need. So let's select this image. Now, to do it absolutely straight away, let's just select the move tool, so you know I've not any trickery going on here at all. All I'm going to do is press my action, which is the F6 button. Basically that is going to create and do a certain amount of action V, which I'll show you now. Basically it's a levels correction. What we just did was fix that image in less than 10 seconds. If we look in now around the hand and everything else with it, it's pretty much all gone. If I need to basically get rid of any small little lines because I've used the brush too big like I am here, so in other words, if I just used a smaller brush, I wouldn't have had the problem around here, and we would just adjust it. So let's go back to it and just talk about it for 1 minute, exactly what I've done. So in the action palette, pretty much one of my most popular ones, it's so popular that I assign a F key to it, and within the F key it's basically doing a couple of things. The actions, a high key background fix, all right? So what this is going to do is create a layers adjustment first of all. Then it's going to affect the white brightness within the image, and then it's going to select a new layer, and then basically I'm going to erase to history the image back. I can also use a mask tool and everything else if I want a little bit more advanced work. So I don't need the action palette open as such because it is assigned to a shortcut within Photoshop. So let's just look at the layers palette and look at what it does. So first of all, let's just hit that action and we'll just see it play. It's going to be very, very fast. Remember, as soon as I hit the action, whether it's the shortcut F key that I've assigned to it, or by pressing the button, or obviously in your normal mode, if you're not in button mode, you'd basically find it and just press the play button. I'd always encourage you to be using the button modes anyway. So let's hit that button straight away. It creates that new layer on top. As you see, it made the adjustments beforehand. All I've got to do now is actually just go in and basically assign around the image. Once I've done the fine detail parts and we're away from the floor, I can use a much bigger brush straight away. So just as we're getting closer to the fine floor, a little bit more control. You can see even how zoomed away I am, but when we start to move in close here, we can see that I've pretty much held all the detail perfectly. And what we're actually doing, as you can see on the layer here, we're painting back in the edges that we need, that how it's been affected. But once we're away from the floor, I can basically, as I said, use a much bigger brush, and then I can actually swipe across the image. So it depends on within the action whether you're going to set a big brush or a small brush and so on. So that is a really quick fix. Let's show you how to do it. So let's history, we'll go back to the original image, and we're going to, first of all, as I said, we're going to create, now remember we'd be running an action, so let's record the action live. So wrong button mark, actions would be good, click off button mode, and then basically I'm just going to create a new one in here. I'm going to click on the plus button. So this is going to be high key fix demo, just for you to see it. And then I'm going to assign a color. Let's assign it red. And remember, if I want to assign a function key, whatever is available, I can click on. Obviously, if it's already been used and you select another one, then basically it's going to have something clicked. Otherwise, it's got to actually use the likes of a shift key and so on. We're going to just unassign the button for now, but we are going to give it a color so we can see what it's going to do. So let's hit the record button. Remember, it's going to follow everything that I do now. So I'm going to hit record. First things first, I'm just going to press Control and L. This is a destructive adjustment. So because we're working on the file and not an adjustment layer, at some stage we're going to save this image. And by saving this image, it's going to be destructive because it's going to be a JPEG file and not a TIFF file. So clicking onto the white picker, I'm going to click onto the white background here, and we're going to choose this dark area to make the selection. Obviously, I don't need to be exactly on in this view, as it were. I can actually zoom out more and so on. But basically, what we've done as well, because we've done that fix, it's obviously lost some of the detail in some of the brights and lights because I've set a new white point. So if I just press OK to that. Let's zoom back out again so we can see what we're doing. In this case, what we're next stage is going to click on a new layer just by clicking on Create New Layer. And now I'm going to basically press E for Erase and making sure the Erase to History option at the top of the palette is clicked on. If it's not, click it on now. Because it is clicked on, it will remember it no matter what. Now all I need to do, in fact, is just start to actually paint back across the image. If I do that in the action though, it's recording it within the actual action, so that's a negative. It's no problem. What we can just do is press the stop button and basically remove that, click back on the eraser part here, and then as long as we've got the click onto the erase tool, then we're basically set to go. So by clicking onto the erase tool, if you find that it's not setting itself here, click on the move tool first and then click onto the erase tool, making sure it's click to erase, and then you can see select eraser is done. Pressing stop, and then we're basically ready to go. So let's see that run. Let's step backward first of all in history. Let's look at the action. We'll select this high key demo. Remember, we're not in button mode here. So if I press the play command, and we now start to hit the erase tool, we start to erase the parts we want, just using the right bracket to bring the white and lights, and then the left bracket to shrink the brush back down again. And that's how we get a quick high key fix in less than 10 seconds.